Okay, here we go, guys. No crying. Here we go. All right. Now, in order to partially fraction decompose this thing, we have to first divide it. Why do we have to divide it? Because the degree right here, the 4, is greater than the degree on the denominator. And if ever that happens, you must divide first. All right, so let's divide first. You're like, no, I thought long division was gone. No, it's not. Here we go. X to the 4th power plus 2x to the 3rd power. Boom. All right, so, what are we going to do? All right, no, this is what we do. Check out this first term and this first term. What is x to the 4th divided by x to the 3rd equal? X, just an x. And so I'm going to put the x term right above the other x term, 20x. And then I have to multiply that x to this, then subtract it from these dudes right here. So we got x to the 4th plus 2x to the 3rd plus x squared. And we're going to subtract every single one of these terms. These ones go away. These ones go away because they both add to 0. But I'm not going to write that. And then these ones right here, what do I get? I get 5x to the 2nd power. And then I got to bring down 2 more terms because we have a 3-term polynomial in our dividend. Is it dividend? Divisor. I think that's it. Okay, whatever. All right, so now we have this. Can we go 5x squared divided by this? No, we can't. That means it's our remainder. It's a remainder? Why? Yeah, that's kind of nice. You don't have to go any farther, right? We got 5x squared plus 20x plus 6 divided by x to the 3rd power plus 2x squared plus x. Oh, snap. Take that all in, guys. All right. So our answer to this fraction decomposition is going to be x plus, oh man, we gotta factor this right here. How do we factor that? Okay, that would be x times x squared plus 2x plus 1, and that can be factored, right? Oh man, so that would be x times x plus 1 and then x plus 1, because x plus 1 times x plus 1 would be x squared plus 2x plus 1. Sorry, I did the job up here. So that means our answer is going to have an x just chilling out in front. We don't have to do anything with this guy. But the other dudes, we got an x, and we got an x plus 1. But wait a second, there's 2x plus 1s. Yeah, and that's the weird part. You're not just going to do x plus 1 again. You're going to go x plus 1 squared. Whenever you have something that has a multiplicity of 2, you're technically writing it twice. You write it with a multiplicity of 1, and you write it with a multiplicity of 2. Okay? Here, this is just for the sake of conversation. Let's say we had another factor, x plus 1. If that was true, if it was 3 times, then you would add this, x plus 1 to the 3rd power. So you would have to do all of these. Yeah, because there's this factor right here has a multiplicity of 3. But it only has a multiplicity of 2, so we don't have to write that part. Our final answer is going to have an a value right there, a b value right there, and a c value right there. So we have to find that a, that b, that c. So we're looking for the a, b, and c. This is going to be our answer. If you actually added all those together, we should get back to this. This is our answer. So we need to have an A, we need to have a B, we need to have a C. So you guys remember how to do that? We got to pick a random x value, but we got to pick an advantageous x value. Oh, snap. I forgot. We got to change this into that one equation thing. Oh, dang it. Okay, maybe that's what your question was, Christina, was it? This has to equal... Oh, do I have a space? Yes, I do. X to the 4th plus 2x to the 3rd plus 6x squared plus 20. Oh my gosh, I ran out of space. Actually, I'm not going to write that way. Instead, since we already have an x here, this will be our final answer. Back to saying this is our final answer. But we have to find this a, b, and c. So I'm going to rewrite that a, b, and c business right here. Now that a, b, and c... these 3 fractions are supposed to add up to this guy, right? The smaller dude. Okay, so let's write that guy out. We have a over x. Let's write it all out. Bam! So, all these guys are supposed to add up to equal this. This x is already taken out. Our final answer we need to put up here, the a, b, and the c. But we're going to find that with this guy right here. All right, so just like before, what we got to do is we got to eliminate all of these fractions, get rid of these denominators. So I'm going to multiply everything by x times x plus 1 squared. And let's see what we get. So if I multiply that times this guy, the x's are going to get canceled out, right? Right? And so that means that x plus 1 squared is going to multiply times the a. Cool. Now I have this term I have to multiply by. I actually have 1, 2, 3 more to do. Okay. So if I multiply the b term times this guy, one of the x squared is going to get canceled out. And so I'm left with a b times x plus 1. One of the x plus 1s gets canceled out. That's why there's no exponent on this guy right here. All right, next one for our c. The c is going to be multiplying times the x. And then for the last part, the last term that we multiplied, the denominator just gets canceled out. 5x squared, 20x plus 6. Woo! So we got to pick an x as advantageous for us so that we can find one of those letters, the a, the b, or the c. Can you guys give me something that'll cancel out that a? -1? Sure, let's try it. I'm going to pick x equals -1 because it looks like it'll cancel that dude out. And because I'm trying to be extra lazy right now, there's too much to write. Let's do some of this stuff in our head. If I plug in -1 to this, that'd be -1 plus 1, which would be 0. 0 squared is 0, and then 0 times a is 0. All right, let's go over here. If I plug in -1 to that, that would be -1 plus 1, which would be 0, times -1, which would be 0, times b would be 0. Oh, cool. So if I plug in -1 right here, that would be negative c, right? -1 times c. And then what about the other side? If I plug in -1 right there, what would that be? -1 squared would be 1 times 5 is just 5. And then if I go -1 times 20, that'll be -20. And then I have plus 6. All right, so let's simplify that side. We have, what is that? 11, is it positive 9? -9. -9 equals -1c, and that means c equals 9. Hey, we already got one of our letters. Everybody's excited. How come I hearing? There's no cheers going on right now. It's like, okay. No. All right, so our c is 9. All right, well, give me another x value that will be advantageous for us. -1 was cool because it eliminated a and b. Shoot. So I'm looking for another x that'll eliminate other things, and one of y'all said 0. Just one of y'all said that. Hopefully you guys all have brains and you're all using them too. Okay. Well, 0 would eliminate... Would 0 eliminate this guy? No, the a would still be here, right? It'd be 0 plus 1, and then that would be 1. Squared is still 1, and so we have 1a. All right, so the a is still chilling, right? And then plus, maybe. Let's see, if I plug in 0 to this guy, 0 plus 1 is 1, times 0 would be 0, so the b goes away. Oh, dang. All right, if I plug in 0 to this guy, what happens to c? He goes away too. Okay, all right, so a equals whatever I get over here. If I plug 0 to that, what do we get? Yay, we found our a. Oh, that was nice. Did you guys like that? No. No, I don't like any of this. Okay, last thing to do. All right, now we're looking for the b. So let's think about this for a second. Is there a variable or a number we can plug into this x to get rid of this guy? Yes, -1. We already did that once, right? And the problem with -1 is that it also eliminates the b, so that doesn't help us. Boo. And if we pick 0 to eliminate the c, that's going to eliminate the b again. Boo. So this is different. You guys haven't done this yet. Now you're just trying to pick an easy x. Yeah, 1. That's easy, right? All right, so let's write down what we get when x equals 1. So we get, what would that be, 4a, right? Because you plug in 1 right here, that'd be 2. 2 squared is 4, so we get 4a. If I plug in 1 right here, that would be 2. And then 1 or 2 times 1 would just be 2, so we get 2b. And then we have a 1c. And then we get 5 plus 20 plus 6. Because when I plug in 1 to those dudes, that's what happens. All right, so diggity dog. Oh, wait, do we know what A and what C are? You're like, come on, Patey, just freaking do it. All right, so this A is a 6, and this C is a 9. Ooh. So now you have 24 plus 2b plus 9 equals, let's add that side up, 31. All right. Hey, this doesn't look so bad now, does it? 2b. Yeah, but I'm writing a lot. My hand hurts. Is that what you sound like?
No, that's an English.
All right, subtract 33 from both sides. We get 2b equals negative 2. So b equals negative uno. So I can put negative uno up here, and that's our answer.